Hi, Jay Allen from TrueNORTH. Can't believe it's this time in the afternoon already before we've been able to find time to be able to go live and share with you the three most common challenges that I see time and time again when working with business owners on how to be able to grow, scale and exit their businesses. I'm going to be on for the next few minutes or so if you're watching this live, thanks very much for joining me. Simply use the hashtag live, and if you've got any questions at all, stick them in the comments and I'll be delighted to be able to answer them whilst we're here on live. If you are catching this as a replay, then simply use hashtag replay and use the comments box below to be able to either ask or share any comments that you've got or questions that you've got, and I'll make sure I come back to that regularly to ensure that your questions are answered. So today I want to talk somewhat about the three biggest challenges that we see on a regular basis working with SME businesses across the UK. Now, you might wonder, yeah, but in my industry, if I had £1 for every time somebody said, but have you got any experience with working in our industry, or in our industry things are completely different. And I'd be first of all intrigued to find out as to how many other industries have you spent any time to understand that in actual fact it's very rare that I come across any particular problem or challenge that isn't replicated to a larger or lesser degree in many other clients' businesses. And the privilege I have of being able to work across multiple different sectors and industries is the fact that I get the chance to be able to witness and observe and then help and support businesses from across the different industries to be able to address and review and revise how to be able to overcome some of the most challenges, the biggest challenges that they face when looking to be able to either grow or scale or subsequently at some stage plan to exit the business. Now, these fall into three categories, or at least I've put them into three different categories, and I guess it all depends on the size of business and where you are in the business growth, scale, exit curve as to which one or ones that you tend to find that you're facing either right now or coming into as you move through those separate phases. Certainly as the solopreneur, as the startup, or as the embryonic type of business, we tend to find things like marketing and understand who our client target audience is and how to be able to communicate effectively with them, having a decent sales process and understanding how to be able to work with people to be able to offer them the right product at the right or service at the right price and the right availability to be able to convert people from making inquiries and to turn them into paying customers. But finance tends to be a significant problem with regards to boom or bust. The cash is either coming in or there's too much month left at the end of the money on a regular basis for that startup phase of business. And then obviously as we become a more established business, we've hit the VAT threshold, we're now into low or multiple six figures, we start to notice that cash flow is still an issue within the business. It tends to be either we're waiting on money, so we're having to delay projects and the likes, or we've had an abundance of cash as people have already paid, but then we've subsequently got lots of bills to pay and different subscription models. We don't necessarily understand as to where the cash is coming from, or certainly by the end of the month where it's all gone. It might be that we start to suffer some capacity issues, and we've started to notice that we're really pushed. We've got a team working with us, be that an outsourced team, or we've brought 2 or 3 people now in-house, and we've got a small PAYE team working within the business. But it's constantly juggling between how much work we're winning and the availability and capability of being able to do that. We tend to find that we're firefighting, we're spending lots of time wearing multiple hats in order to be able to keep the ball rolling and keep it on track. And then obviously there's always the ongoing challenge of recruitment, of being able to find the right people and to be able to bring them into the business and have the capacity to be able to train them up in order for them to be effective and to become longer term members of the business. And then as the business grows further and moves through multi-six and towards 7 and low 7 figure businesses, we find that continuing to be able to retain and stay ahead of the competition, the innovation, the ability to be able to continue to push forward and drive forwards, to keep up with AI and all of the different other challenges that we face with regards to a progressive marketplace. Understanding the ability to be able to start providing some leadership training and to start cultivating the skills and experience not only of doing the doing, but learning how to be able to teach others to manage and to be able to grow through that leadership curve. And then obviously at some stage start to give consideration to the exit planning. And there's a whole multitude of different challenges that come along with all of those, which is why I created our free ebook, the Capacity Compass, an ability to be able to measure and map your way as to where are you right now and where do you need to be, the next phase of challenges that we're likely to be facing, and how to be able to address those effectively, or simply to avoid them by having things in place that mitigate the risk of them being challenges. And if you would like a copy of that, simply put in the comments Capacity Compass, and I'll make sure I get a copy straight to you. However, if there's one thing that's a theme throughout all of those different businesses, if there's one thing that seems to be a striking accord, particularly right now as I speak with business owners across the UK and beyond, it's cash. Now, we all know that cash is king, and yet there seems to be a significant pressure and challenge, particularly right now, with regards to people's ability to be able to attract money to us, to be able to have the right things in place to be able to manage it effectively whilst it's in the business, and to be able to have a means of it exiting and leaving us on a regular basis as it goes about its way and we pay our bills accordingly. There seems to be a significant glut right now with regards to people's ability to be able to attract it to us, to be able to manage it effectively within the business, and to know where and when it's leaving us on its journey onward. And therefore I'm really excited to be able to talk about a brand new ebook that we've only just launched this week, all around price and pricing. I've done a fair amount of research over the last few months on this and found that almost 90%, just listen to those words, you're not alone in this, almost 90% of business owners, of SME businesses, admit to not feeling that they're earning as much as they're actually worth. And there's a whole host of other statistics that I've taken from the Federation of Small Businesses, the Chamber of Commerce, from Forbes, from the Institute of Directors, that all back up the fact that the majority of businesses, well over 50% of businesses, either don't have confidence in pricing, don't have a fully worked through and tailor-made pricing strategy for the business, and have got some real aspirations to earn more, but some real fear or uncertainty about being able to step forward and to be able to change their pricing accordingly, often being dictated by the competition and saying, well, you know, in our market it's highly competitive and you've got to be in it to win it. There's all of these modalities and excuses that people make in order to be able to get stuck in what I call pricing prison. And therefore I'm thrilled that we've created a checklist that we'd like to gift to you on determining how stuck are you, and have I got a get out of jail free card for you to be able to use at any time to be able to stop leaving money on the table and to be able to move away from pricing prison. It's a cracking resource. I really wish that I'd thought about it a lot sooner, to be honest with you, with regards to the amount of research and development that we've put into it and how we're going to be able to help and move people forward. And it's based on this and the recognition of how many people struggle with pricing that I'm in the final stages of being able to put together our price plus package equals profit formula. An ADDAZERO methodology that we've been, or as part of the ADDAZERO methodology, something that we've been working on with our clients for a number of years now, and helping them to be able to see double-digit growth within not only turnover but net profit. On average, our clients over the last 10 years have averaged a 26% net profit increase as a direct result of applying the ADDAZERO methodology. And when it comes to pricing, I've segmented out from the entire methodology the mass of different systems and processes and strategies that we teach to business owners, and I've pulled this segment out. It's called the price plus package equals profit formula, and I'm in the final stages of making that available as a standalone course to be able to help people with this particular challenge that so many business owners seems to have a problem with. So I'm curious to determine as to when was the last time that you put your prices up, how do you determine as to what you charge for the services, and are you currently happy with how much you're earning for the amount of work that you're putting in? Because if the answer is no, then perhaps it would be a good idea to simply stick in the comments and say, do you know what, Jay, I wouldn't mind looking at your get out of jail free card if you want to be able to send me a copy of the brand new ebook that we've created and the checklist on how to be able to break free from pricing prison. Again, I'm delighted to be able to share this with you today here on this platform, and I'll be looking forward to being able to share some more information with you very shortly about the launch of that price plus package equals profit course. God bless, take care. Don't forget to be able to drop in the comments as to what you've got from today's video, and perhaps if you'd like to be able to share this with other business owners that you know, that they may benefit also. Remember, 90%, almost 90%, 89.4% of business owners that were surveyed by the Federation of Small Businesses and Chamber of Commerce admitted to saying that they were nervous or uncertain about how best to be able to increase prices. And that's what we're trying to address today. So drop a comment in the message below, just simply says help me get out of pricing prison, or DM me if you prefer to do so, and I'll make sure I get that checklist across to you straight away, and some more information about the course as and when it's ready for launch. God bless, take care, have a great week, and I'll see you again soon.